A strong message to Prime Minister Justin Trudeau from Canada's premiers, who are calling on the federal government to come to the table to talk healthcare.
Now more than ever, Canadians expect their political leaders to get together for necessary and serious discussions to ensure the sustainability of the healthcare systems.
Canada's premiers presented a united front Friday as they demanded Trudeau meet with them to hammer out an agreement for Ottawa to shoulder more of the burden when it comes to healthcare costs. They want to see Ottawa cover 35% of the price tag, up from the current 22%. It comes as many healthcare facilities are struggling with a shortage of staff and overwhelming demand. Canadians are prepping for the festive fun, but a new report is showing that holiday meals could be quite a bit more costly this year, especially when it comes to the main course. Police are turning to technology to get answers. They're hoping someone recognizes this face. This is what the toddler found in the Grand River south of Brantford 2 years ago would look like today if she were alive. Good evening. It was a shocking discovery. The body of a baby girl found in the Grand River in the town of Dunnville. So far, police have not been able to identify the girl, but they now have a better idea of what she likely looks like, thanks to work by OPP investigators. CTV's Jeff Pickle has been following this story for us tonight and joins us live now with this update. Jeff, this case has had a major impact on the community and the people trying to really solve this mystery. Chaos in Victoria Park last night. Police forced to shut down the popular park after a crowd of hundreds gathered and started shooting fireworks at each other and other people in the park. Police say some of those fireworks were also launched at officers. Start your day in the know with our CTV News Kitchener newsletter. Get the best local content from CTV News straight to your inbox. That's today's top stories, forecast, and must-see videos all in one place. You can sign up now at ctvnewskitchener.ca. Still to come on CTV News, preparing for construction season in the city. The latest project set to shut down a major Kitchener road, the impact and how long that closure could last for. This is the result of a suspected impaired driver. The CTV News chopper above a massive gas explosion. 7 people, including first responders, were injured in the late-night blast in London. Good evening. An entire residential block in London was evacuated. A woman drove a vehicle into a home, hitting a gas line. The blast was not immediate, and the fact no one was killed is incredible. This was the scene last night at Jurassic Park in Toronto. Thousands of fans filling the streets downtown, chanting "We the North" and singing renditions of "O Canada," some even climbing street lamps, most celebrating peacefully. Good evening. We the North, are we the champs? After 24 seasons, the Toronto Raptors had their first NBA title, and they dethroned a dynasty to do it. The win sparking wild celebrations right across the country. New information tonight into the parole hearing for a convicted killer. The Parole Board of Canada releasing its written report on Melissa Todorovic, the so-called mastermind behind the murder of a young woman nearly a decade ago. 2 police officers were assaulted and seriously hurt in Guelph. Police say they were at a medical call when a man became violent. One officer is in hospital for cuts to his face and a broken nose. The other has a head injury.
And it is time now to update the top stories we are following today. CTV's Alex Pinto joins us in the studio tonight. Alex, dozens of workers walked off the job and out of GM in Oshawa today after hearing about the planned closure.
That's right, and the union saying that they plan to fight this as well, Megan. GM announced the closures today as part of a sweeping strategy to transform its product line and manufacturing process. Now, that will see the company focus on electric and autonomous vehicle programs. A full closure of the Oshawa plant would leave 2,500 unionized workers and 300 salaried employees out of work. It's Cyber Monday. The biggest online shopping day is in full swing, but malls and big box stores were still busy with shoppers today looking for the best deals that they didn't have to wait for. Well, Daryl, we saw a record-breaking year when it came to overdose deaths in Waterloo region, and public health officials are looking for ways to improve harm reduction in the shelter system. Good evening. Doses of the newly approved AstraZeneca vaccine are set to arrive in Ontario within hours. But there's a big difference between these shots and the others already going into arms. The provincial government says it's waiting for guidance from federal experts. Whatever the strategy, it will leave us with several separate campaigns all being carried out at the same time. Okay, time now for our first check on the forecast. Let's head outside to CTV's Shannon Bradbury now. Shannon, really nice to see all that sunshine out there.
CTV's Alex Pinto continues our coverage in Woodstock at police headquarters with more on the investigation into Elizabeth Wetlaufer. Alex.
Megan, there was a 4.5-week investigation before Wetlaufer was first charged. It was last September. Provincial police, London police, and Woodstock police launched their investigation, an investigation that may not have happened if Wetlaufer didn't come forward.
We all extend our heartfelt condolences during this difficult time.
When police announced that Elizabeth Wetlaufer had been charged with 8 counts of first-degree murder, officers were already aware of allegations that would lead to more charges.
This investigation began on September 29th when the Woodstock Police Service received information alleging that 8 elderly people had been murdered by someone working in long-term care facilities.
While at CAMH, Wetlaufer disclosed she overdosed patients. It was then an investigation was launched. On October 24th, 2016, Wetlaufer turned herself into police and was charged with murder.
This is her purging her conscience, not wanting to test the legal system.
CTV News obtained a 70-page search warrant, some of it blacked out, outlining details of the police investigation. It says Wetlaufer was fired from Crescent Care in 2014 for failing to follow insulin protocol, and that investigators requested documents from Telfer Place, the Paris home where in September 2015, Wetlaufer tried to kill a woman by injecting her with insulin. Police later learned Wetlaufer had direct care of each victim, or just prior to their death at the locations she worked at. Also part of the police investigation, the bodies of Arpad Horvath and Helen Matheson were exhumed back in January.
Exhuming bodies, there's processes to that. It's upsetting to families. There's legal issues around it, and so it has to be done with the greatest of care and sensitivity. And then toxicology checks.
Legal analyst Ari Goldkind says without Wetlaufer's confession, proving she did it would too be difficult.
Their bodies were exhumed and autopsied. The rest were cremated. Think through how difficult that would be to prove what she did to them without a body.